Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, this is Marlene with M. Lopez Bath and Body Creations. I am the one-woman show responsible for everything that's done and not done. So, what are we gonna do today? I want to say we are starting over again with making a few batches of shower steamers. And I pretty much like to master batch all my dry ingredients. Sift them out, get them going. That way at the last minute, I just have to get all the wet ingredients incorporated and start punching things out, because if it's not easy for me to do, just get started when I have the energy and have the focus to do it, more than likely I'm just going to roll over and stay in bed. So I tend to master batch my things at night and roll out of bed and just get to it in the morning. Now, this is all my dry ingredients. I did already incorporate all the wet ingredients, which include the menthol crystals that I have melted melted in the microwave, along with my witch hazel. And in this batch, I believe that is lavender essential oil. No, it's a lavender fragrance oil. Since I'm using the menthol crystals, I tend not to use the essential oils in this. There's no reason for it. It's kind of a waste. But I do use half of the menthol crystals that I would normally use. That way it doesn't overpower the fragrance oil, and you'd still get the little flavor hint of the lavender. The lavender fragrance oil still tends to be very, very soothing. It's just something about that fragrance, and even the addition with the camphorous portion of that lavender, still very soothing. And while I can't make any claims for the menthol or the use of lavender, I do tend to use it at night when I'm congested and I need to relax and go to bed. The big deal for me is being able to breathe and going to bed. If I can just get to sleep, I'm good. I've got to stop my mixer here every every go around, every so often, and just kind of make sure the bottom is getting mixed in. I don't think even the expensive mixers can actually scrape the bottom. Well, so I've heard. I've got my little Wally World mixer, and it works just fine. I wouldn't trade it for anything except maybe a larger mixer. And so far, so good. It does the job. Old Betsy's just getting kind of dirty. I actually got this in December, so I'm still very happy with it. If I had to trade it up, it would be for a larger mixer so I can make bigger batches of everything that I can carry. Since I am a one-woman show and I go to 2 markets in the weekend, the more I can get done, the better. Now I've got my Cata mold, and it's a 2x2 square. Well, it's a 2x2 cube mold, but I make it in my shower steamers into a 3-ounce brick. I'm always patting those edges down or the corners down because I just can't seem to get them right. I know if I add more oil, they tend to stick better. But the longer it takes me to get this batch punched out, the last portion tends to be a little bit more grainy. Still sticks together nicely. It's just those edges get a little bit more sloppier, and then I'm just pushing them in more. I really do like the use of this recipe. It's super easy. And of course, me Butterfingers always nicking something or dropping something. I really do enjoy these Cata molds. I like the way they've got those clean edges. Well, they're a pain for me to work with, or to get them right. They do add a nice finish to them. And I'm having a good night with this sucker because My hands are not hurting, they're not weak, they're not bothering me, so I'm able to hand press everything. If not, I would have busted out my dad's arbor press again. That arbor press is a dream to work with, especially when I'm having problems with my hands. And here we are. This is how I'm packaging them. I think I was talking to the camera at the time, or my nephew was actually sitting there at the table, so again, I just decided to do a voiceover, trying to get a close-up of what, I don't know, I guess the measurements that were labeled on my little sachets, my little sachet bags. But they're just from Amazon, and they're the light purple or lavender. And I believe they're a 5 by 9 centimeter, and maybe $6.99 for a pack of 100. So they're not bad. The reason why I pack them in these is so that, well, I use a high amount of the menthol crystals, so these are not generally skin safe. And honestly, it's just the ease of use. Also, the pretty colors just correspond with the fragrance that I'm using at the time. So it adds a little bit of pretty. It adds a little bit of pretty to everything, and who doesn't want a little bit of pretty in their shower? I would add glitter if you could see through the sachet bags, but those sachet bags are quite shiny. They're really nice. They're not just the pucks that you throw on the floor. They hang up on the shower knob, on one of the shower knobs, and really the steam from the water is usually enough to release those menthol crystals. Quite honestly, as soon as you open the little plastic bag that I packaged them in, you get a really good whiff. So having these hanging inside of a humid shower really just starts to set off that menthol. You can throw a little bit of water on them, but what I would not do is put it directly in the stream of the shower. There's no need for that. You're just gonna melt it right away and waste through it. That's a great big old brick, and if you just let it soak in the water or let the water hit it continuously, by the end of your shower it will be gone. And quite honestly, there's no reason for that it takes so little for the effervescence just activate with that menthol and just completely fill the shower. Isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. I think I did a good job with that. I'm thinking about redoing my labeling when it comes to the packaging for this particular item. I don't think I'm going to go through the whole stack for you to watch, or actually I probably might. No, I won't, because I believe I did maybe 100 lavender shower steamers, and then I went through another 100 of my cherry bomb, another 100 of my eucalyptus mint tea, and 100 of my original. The original ones have twice the menthol crystals. I've used those when I've had sinus infections or really bad head colds. But these are not for use with children. They're not for use with pregnant or lactating women. I believe the scent of menthol. Oh, look at, see, there's my clear bags. Aren't they beautiful? They're just crystal clear. And I get them from clearbags.com. They're just a 4x4 crystal clear zipper top bag, and they really do hold the scent in quite well. So they don't, just saturate all my other bath bombs when they're packaged inside my boxes when I go to market. And right here I'm trying to show you how I put them inside the plastic bag. I was struggling before, just kind of shoving everything in and trying to keep the string in all nice and neat and getting that tuft on top tucked in, and not anymore. I figure just twist the little ribbon on the back, fold it behind, tuck it underneath, and then you can just shove it in the bag, no problem. See how it puts the tuft, it bends the tuft to the back of the brick, and you can just bloop, pop it right inside one of those little crystal clear bags. Now, what was I saying? I think I was talking about pregnant and lactating women. I know you guys don't want to hear this, but the reality is that I've had 4 children myself, and I know that having the scent or fragrance of menthol has caused milk letdown, and for somebody who's trying to dry up or not to do that, it's not good. It's horrible. So yeah, you want to stay away from this. And like I said, they're not skin safe. They're not meant for use with kids. They're not meant for use with pregnant or lactating women. And I've had a couple of questions where people are asking me, well, can I just take a bath with it, like a bath bomb? It's labeled, this is not a bath bomb. He said, well, what if we make that mistake? I said, well, let me prevent you from making that mistake. It's like putting icy hot on your lady bits. It's not going to be fun, and it's not going to be even refreshing. It's going to burn. I use real menthol crystals. These are not essential oils. Having said that, so far so good. Not one quote-unquote mistake or accident. So I'd like to keep it that way. Now these bags, same place from Amazon. This color I believe is called wine red, and these are my cherry bomb flavor of shower steamer. My little bricks. I'm so happy. I love my little bricks. And the way everything looks when it's all packaged up and they're lined up and ready to be packaged. Butterfingers. Yeah, I think my nephew was walking in and out of the kitchen and he was complaining. Dia, what's that smell? Dia, go outside to the clubhouse. He was just harping on me left and right to get out. I love the way these look all lined up. And they remind me, this cherry bomb version that I make reminds me of the Mexican Vicks that my mom used to get us. She used to put on us when we were little. It's just a whole lot of menthol slathered on with a little bit of cherry. Well, this one has more cherry. So at least it's a bit of a distraction. And I actually quite do enjoy this smell. I cannot keep these in stock, so if you want them, get them, order them. You can actually get up to 3 showers out of this if you use them properly. Keep them dry in between uses, and just put it back in the little crystal clear bag. Quite honestly, all you have to do is open the bag, pull it out by the little strings, the little ribbons there, hang it on the turn spouts in your shower. The steam of the water, works well enough, but you can throw a little bit of water on it here and there to release more of that menthol. And you can get 2 to 3 showers out of this. These are not 1 ounce pucks that you just throw on the floor and it's a one-shot deal and gone. Essential oils, they've got essential oils in them, and they're great. I love essential oils, and they're highly volatile, so they tend to evaporate quickly, and for a one-shot deal, it's not a big thing that's perfect, But menthol crystals are just as natural. Well, when you talk about nearly the same extraction process as obtaining essential oils, but menthol crystals are just as natural, and they do the job. They last quite a bit longer. I'm finding they last a whole lot longer. So they were perfect for a larger brick, a harder brick, and one that you could use multiple times. I love these. I'm not going to go through a whole 100 of these, or even go through 100 of the or go through a handful of the eucalyptus ones. I probably should have. Now I feel bad. Now I regret not recording the eucalyptus ones. I might have to do this for you guys again at a later date. But right now it's actually starting to warm up in my area. It's already 90 something degrees. And the use for these in my area is diminishing. If anything, allergy season is coming, and that's what these will be useful for later on, possibly. Don't know, because this is the first season that I've carried them. Oh, aren't they pretty? I love that look. During the winter, it's all I would sell out of 100 at a time. Yeah, I'd sell out 100 every weekend, and that's because that's all I carried. I didn't make more. Had I made more, I probably would have sold more every weekend. Now that it's warming up, I think their use will be diminishing. So I'll be making fewer and fewer. Except for my wholesale customers. You guys get what you order. Let's see. I just made a ton. And I got these nifty little bins over at Home Depot, I believe. They're the Husky bins. I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but I'm kind of just playing around with them at this point. Trying to stack them now since I've actually made enough back stock. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a thumbs up and subscribe.